Hi, welcome to Living Green Videos. My name is Alice Dobbs, and there's three of us involved with Living Green Videos. Wade Bridger, who's behind the camera right now, David Schaefer, and me. Our purpose is to give you some ideas about how to live a little bit more green on the land. Today's video is going to be about a woman's guide to chainsawing, cutting firewood for her wood stoves. So this is my chainsaw. It's a relatively small one, so it's light, not too heavy to handle. I don't use a very long bar because I'm not going to be cutting trees that are much bigger than that, and I don't want to have the extra weight of the bar. So the first thing that you want to do before you start cutting is you want to fill it with fuel and oil. So this is in this saw, this is where the fuel goes, and what you do is you mix your oil with your gasoline. This is for a Husqvarna, which is what this is, and it tells you how much to mix it with. So here it says mix with 2.5 gallons of gasoline. So that's what we've done here, and so that's my mixture of gas and oil. And I will pour that in there. I already did, so that's done. And then over here we have the oil for the chain, the bar and chain oil. And since it's December here in Missouri, I'm using a low temperature oil. So I just pour that into there, which I've also already done. The next thing that I do is I grease the tip. Some tips don't need it, but this one does. It's got a little point right here where you stick the head of this grease gun, and then you just give it a few pumps. I give it some pumps until I see some coming out of the side there on the chain. The next thing I do is I sharpen the blade. Now I've already sharpened most of it, but I'll just give you an idea of what it's like. So here's the last one that I sharpened. You can kind of see that it's nice and shiny, and so you want to put your blade at the same angle as the top of the cutting blade, and there's actually a tool to show you what the correct angle is, and I have one, but I don't use it anymore. So I give it 4 or 5 stripes, and you can see now that it's shiny. And then I move to the next one. And I've done most of them here. You can see they're shiny, but there's a couple that I left so that I could show you. There's one that's not shiny. You see the difference between that one and this one. And so I'll just give it a few swipes. And this one's already done. So that's sharpening the blade. The next thing you want to do is you want to have the tightness of the blade correct. This is actually about correct right now, but I like to, pull it down and have it snap back pretty tightly. That's, I think, something you sort of gain by practice. But often, as you're sawing, the blade will get a little bit loose, and so you'll need to tighten it up. And the way to do that is there's these 2 bolts here, which you need to loosen with your tool that has 2 different ends on it. You don't need to take them off, you just loosen them. And then this here is a little this is a little screw that you tighten to tighten or loosen the blade. So I'll loosen it so you can kind of see how this is now much more loose, and that would be too loose to chainsaw. So I'll tighten it again. Needs just a little bit more. Okay, that's about right there. And then what I do is I hold up the blade, and then I tighten these back again. And if you're kind of new to chainsawing, it probably wouldn't hurt to have your blade sharpened by a professional once a year or so. So, I think we're ready to cut.